Over the last 15 years, Fast and the Furious has become one of the most dominant franchises at the box office, and today we are going to stop and rank all 8 Fast and Furious movies from the worst to the best in under 6 minutes. Now, before I get started and tell you my list, go ahead and tell me down below in the comment section, how do you rank the Fast and the Furious movies? Tell me why, give me some little insight. Let's spark a nice, fun discussion. With that said, let's get started. Coming in last place is going to be the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift installment in the main franchise to me. I've never really felt that Lucas Black as Sean Boswell was a strong lead character that kind of continued the momentum of the franchise. So it just kind of feels like this other movie off that has some neat car races and kind of doing the Tokyo Drift thing with it. I do like the way the later installments kind of worked this movie in. It's nice to see the introduction of Han here. But overall, this is a movie to me that just feels dull, forgettable, and it's not one that I hardly ever want to rewatch. Coming in 7th place is Fast and Furious. I like the straightforward revenge aspect of the plot. However, it's a movie that didn't really age very well for me. Some of that's because a lot of the driving in it is like CGI stuff and they're in caves. And then the later installments, because they kind of bring certain characters back, so it feels pretty unnecessary other than to set up some plot points for the 5th film. So overall, this is a movie, once again, that I find pretty dull. Coming in at number 6 is Fate of the Furious. I actually had a really good time with this one when I first watched. The dumb is really what I noticed. And so while it's still a fun ride, the level of absurdity of The Rock throwing missiles and submarine chases, and then suddenly out of nowhere, Vin Diesel's like the greatest spy on the planet running around in body armor, taking out guys. I mean, it goes so far into this ludicrous zone, but it is a fun movie that's pretty easy to watch. At number 5 is Too Fast, Too Furious. Now, this is a movie I've always had a ton of fun with. I know a lot of people have it a lot lower on their list, but for me, this is when the franchise became fun. The first movie's a little bit self-serious, and this one is just jam-packed with fun. I think Tyrese Gibson is one of those charismatic characters in the whole franchise, so every time he's on screen, things are just electric, and so this is one that's just fun and rewatchable for me. Coming in 4th place is The Fast and the Furious. Now, when I first saw this movie, I just saw it as a Point Break ripoff because I'd been watching Point Break for the previous 10 years, and it follows a lot of the beats, beat by beat. You just take surfing out, put street racing in, and you got Point Break with cars. The car chases are exciting, the street races are fun, and so it's a movie that, while very much a ripoff of another movie, it rips it off well. It delivers on what you want out of this movie. It sets up the universe nicely, gives us some fun new characters, so it comes in 4th place. Coming in at number 3 is going to be Furious 7. Now, this movie just kind of cranked everything up to 11. They bring Jason Statham in as this villain that's out for revenge. You got Kurt Russell thrown in the mix. You got Tony Jaa. There's way too many plot lines going on. You can see the reworking of the movie because of the sad passing of Paul Walker in the middle of it. And I love that this movie ends in this battle in LA with The Rock with a minigun shooting at helicopters. And then you've got Vin Diesel and Jason Statham having a pipe fight on top of a building. And they did find a way to give Paul Walker a great send-off in the end of the movie. They did the best that they could and delivered a movie that was heartfelt and fun. Coming in 2nd place is Fast and Furious 6. I can't think of many movies that have started with so much energy and managed to just keep building and building and getting more outrageous as the movie goes along. I mean, you start off with Luke Evans driving around with a car that can flip over other cars, high-speed chases, and then in the middle of the movie, you have a high-speed chase with a tank on a freeway. But that's the middle of the movie, and you end with cars battling a plane. In the middle of that battle, you have Vin Diesel and The Rock teaming up to beat guys up. This is what blockbusters, dumb blockbusters should be. This is a Taco Bell movie, as I talk about. It's fast food, junk food movies that I love to watch. But coming in 1st place is Fast 5. Now, of course, this is just a fun, dumb blockbuster, but beyond that, it's so cool that the movie kind of turned around the direction of the franchise, and it made it one of the most fun blockbuster franchises out there for me. And some of that's that they brought The Rock into the mix, and so he's so fun, charismatic. The Hobbs character is great. And then some of it's just like they figured out the formula and how to not take themselves so seriously and just go all out insane with it. And with that, they crafted interesting, unique action sequences for every single one of the action sequences. So it kicks off with this train sequence, and then of course, the big finale where they're using muscle cars to pull a vault through Rio de Janeiro. All in all, just the way they turned this franchise into a heist franchise involving cars, everything came together to make for a fun movie that's interesting with characters that you love and a blast at the movies. So it comes in easily at number 1 for me. Anyway, that's my take on the Fast and the Furious franchise. How about you? Tell me your ranking down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear your take on it. And if you're new to my channel, please consider clicking that subscribe button. I do movie reviews, TV reviews, ranking videos. Sometimes my daughter just shows up and decides to sit in the background of my videos. But the key thing is, I don't want to just talk about movies. I want to talk about movies with you. So join me down in the comment section. Let's have a lively discussion about car movies. And thank you for watching.